Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make an emoji house. Specifically, the laughing, crying emoji house. I've had so many requests to make one of these, you would be incredibly surprised. It makes me laugh and it also makes me cry a little bit. But this is a fully functioning house. It's kind of fun as well because we've also incorporated water falling from the eyes instead of actually like pixel art water. We have actual proper water. It's kind of cool. Inside of the house, there is a nice little decent amount of space. You can see that you can fit a load of stuff in here. I don't know whether you want to use it as a survival base, but it could absolutely be used as one if you wanted to, and you can make it as big as you like. But more importantly, the house really is just a nice little bit of fun. It really is. It's a nice fun little house that you can enjoy and kind of show off to your friends. If you enjoyed the video, please do remember to hit that like button. I'd really appreciate that, really would. If you do enjoy these sorts of houses, you'll have to let me know down there in the comments. Please leave a suggestion with your like. Would you like to see any more houses like this, or is this enough? You'll have to let me know. But without any further ado, let me show you how to make this. It's incredibly simple. So, if you want to make it, here's what you'll need. Grab yourself some yellow concrete, black concrete, magenta concrete, white concrete, oak doors, and some water buckets. That's pretty much everything. Of course, if you want to do the inside, you'll need more stuff, but primarily, this is what we're going to be using. So, we're going to begin the build with a single yellow concrete on the floor. From there, we'll do 3 upper left diagonals. 1, 2, 3. Go up on top of the third one by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Place a black concrete on top. Place a yellow concrete on top of that. Place a black concrete to the right with a yellow concrete on top of that. Do 2 upper right diagonals. 1, 2. Go to the right by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do 3 bottom right diagonals. 1, 2, 3. Place a black concrete underneath the third diagonal and the second. Place underneath the black concrete underneath the third diagonal 6 yellow concrete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Place bottom left diagonals until you hit the ground. It should require 3 of them. Connect to the left hand side using your yellow concrete and marvel at what we've made. So what we now want to do is this. So grab your yellow concrete and we want to place a yellow concrete in these positions. So we want to place a yellow concrete here on the left hand side of the bottom row of the head. Then up left diagonally from that. Up left diagonally from that. Place a yellow concrete on top. Then place white concrete going right of the last yellow concrete you placed. Do the same on the opposite side. So on the right hand side of the bottom row of the head, we're going to place a yellow concrete, upright diagonally from that, and upright diagonally from that. Place a yellow concrete on top, a white concrete to the left, and now connect both sides together, like this. We now have a row of white concrete, and we want to add an additional row of white underneath this that is 1 row shorter on either side. Now, we want to place the door. This is very simple. Take the bottom 2 middle blocks in the bottom of the head and knock them out. Destroy the ground underneath them and replace them with yellow concrete. Place a double door behind the yellow. You don't have to use oak if you don't want to. Now, behind where we have placed all of the yellow, white concrete, and even the doors, we want to place magenta inside of the empty spaces surrounding the mouth that will allow us to cover up any empty spaces that we would have otherwise. So basically, we want to have this, if that makes sense. What we now want to do is very simple. We want to place a layer of yellow concrete directly on top of the teeth, the white, and the yellow row. Just like that. Just 1 row, 1 side to the next. We then want to place up on top of the left hand side of this row a yellow concrete, then a black concrete coming upwards, place 2 yellow going right, 1, 2, black concrete, and then black concrete on top of the yellow, like that. if we come to the right hand side, we want to take the very right hand of the row and we want to place ourselves one yellow concrete coming up, a black concrete, two yellow going left, a black, and then black on top of the yellow, like that. We're then going to just completely fill in the front of the face using our yellow concrete, and that is pretty much the entire hardest part of this tutorial. It really is. It's a very, very simple house, and I'm sure that you guys won't have too much trouble in doing this, but that's what you want to have. That is the skeleton of it. Now, come behind the head, and what we want to do is we want to place a layer of yellow concrete that is one row behind and one row outwards in relation to the head shape of your emoji. So we're just ever so slightly expanding the emoji, coming all the way up to the top of the head. We're even making the top of the head bigger. We're making it one row wider on every single side, and in doing this we are also making it one row like longer, if that makes sense. But basically what you're looking for is an effect that should look like this. So that's what it looks like from the back, and if you have a look at it from the front, you can see that now we've just made it 3D, whereas before it was a little bit flat. We now have to extend the emoji backwards by a certain amount of rows. This can be any amount that isn't insane, like under 10 and you're good. I'm going to say I'm going to extend it back by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that we've got a reasonably large home. So I'm taking every single one of these yellow rows, of which there are quite a few of them, and I'm going to extend them backwards each by 6. If you want your house to be slightly bigger, then perhaps go up to, 7, 8, 9, or, whatever you want to do. But of course, as you add more and more and more and more, you will find that the house starts to warp and look weird. So, if a good rule for this is figure out how wide the actual house is, right? So, let's say the house is in total, I'm going to guesstimate this, so it'd be like 5, then 3, 4 either side. So I guess that the house is somewhere around like 13, 14, 15 blocks wide. I wouldn't exceed that for the length of the house going backwards, the depth of the house. As long as it is as wide as it is long, or as wide as it is depthy, to put it in a way that it doesn't sound right, but I'm sure that you guys understand what I mean, then it won't look weird. I think it's when you start going beyond those dimensions that it'll start looking distorted and a little bit crazy. So anyway, I'm sure that you guys will find a nice little equilibrium for that. That's what we want to have. That is that looks kind of creepy actually, the smiley tunnel. So all we have to do now is we just have to fill in the back of this, and the best way to do it is to simply one row behind the outline, we want to just cover up all of the empty space that we have inside the head. So literally just one row behind the outline. We just have to cover up all that empty space. We don't have to do it in a particularly fancy way, or we just want to make sure that there are no holes in our emoji house. So we just want to have just start off with a row like this, and then gradually just fill in all of the other gaps. It shouldn't take you too long. It should be quite easy. And once we've done this, we have the pleasure of adding the tears to the laughing, crying emoji house, which is actually my favorite part to do. I don't know why, it's just a bit satisfying. So that's the back of the house. Looks nice and circular. And if we come to the front there you can see it looks nice and normal. So here we go. Let's add tears to the laughing crying emoji. So the tears I've positioned on the ends of the eyes. You guys know where the eyes are. On the ends of the eyes and coming out from in front. So I'm going to knock out this block underneath the left eye, and I'm going to knock out this block underneath the right eye in these two positions. I want to fill in this, I actually want to fill in the space behind these. So if I come inside, I actually want to be able to place I want to be able to place the water just inside of that space. I'm sure there's another way to do this, by the way, but I kind of like the effect that this gives. So there we go. We have the spacers in the eyes now. Figure out where the water's going to go. So it's going to go straight down, right? So if you dig a single hole, you only need one, just a single hole in the ground in front of where the water's going to drop, then you can save yourself a lot of mess. So now that we've dug those 4 holes, you simply place the water inside of the upper holes, and you will find that they drop nice and down into the holes in the ground, and that will be your laughing, crying emoji house. It's really kind of like a nice house. It really gives off a nice little vibe. It's kind of funny. It's a little bit silly, and I'm hoping that you guys enjoyed this video. I have fun designing it. I enjoyed making it. I'd definitely be up for making some more emoji houses if you guys were interested. You'd be surprised at how often I actually do get the request. If you have enjoyed the tutorial, please do remember to hit that like button. I'd really appreciate that. If you do enjoy the content, consider subscribing to the channel. Click the little bell next to the subscription button to ensure that you get all my stuff sent directly to your sub box. If you do have any more suggestions, please do leave a suggestion with a like. I'd really appreciate that. And of course, if you do want to make any more stuff by me, if you want to make like some fun houses, like that's a furnace house, creeper house, some playhouses and stuff, or if you want to make some city builds, then we kind of do everything around here. This is kind of like a weird part of my world, though. You know, we do literally everything. This is just a very small corner. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.